Alright, so here we are with something a little bit different. This is Empire Strikes Back for the Commodore 64. If you are like me and said, wait a minute, I never heard of this game before, I thought it was that weird vector game. Yeah, no, this is a new game that was released in the year 2022, which is this year. And it is a complete homage to the original Atari 2600 game. And it's amazing. They did a wonderful job with the graphics. I think I mentioned in a previous video how the graphics worked for scenes like this, and I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comments, but I think they went a little bit lower resolution so they could fit 4 colors per sector, if I understand that right. You can actually get higher resolution than this, but you have to go down to 2 colors, and that's a bit of an ask here. But this is still amazing, and the music is amazing. Let's get going here. And then Megastyle is the name of the group that did this. You can check them out online. They are still producing quality Commodore 64 games today. So, and the Empire Strikes Back. I think I have the wrong controller, so let me see. By the way, I believe they've rendered about 5 Star Wars songs in this game. It didn't actually count, but there's quite a few different ones. And if you know anything about me, you know I love the sound of the SID chip. And there was a lot that SID chip could do in the hands of the right developers. Commodore 64 Commando comes to mind. It's absolutely the best version of the Commando music. But these guys at Megastyle obviously know how to make that SID chip work. And it also had a very distinct sound, that SID chip, but I love it. It reminds me of my childhood. I have the wrong controller here, so I'm going to try to switch quietly. Okay, Stage 1, Scouts from the West. Now, a little bit different than the Atari 2600 version. There's a finite number of stages, and I believe there's 8 levels. I have gotten only to stage 7 before. This game is pretty tough. You see basically a very similar version of the game. A little bit different physics and momentum, so you have to get used to that. The enemy missiles actually somewhat track onto you, so you have to get used to that. You have a life bar, which is welcome. And you have to fight some ATSDs, which is a nice touch. It breaks up the monotony of destroying only the AT-ATs. But it's largely similar, where you just need to find your groove. Like, okay, I can get about 3 shots in, and then I need to dodge. Get 3 shots in, dodge. You also have a life bar, which is welcome. But you're not able to repair, which is less welcome, but I understand the game's balanced around the health bar. And then I believe it has the same idea where the damaged walkers move more slowly. And then the force, you only get it if you survive. I think it's 60 seconds. I can't remember what the manual said. I probably should have reread the manual. I think you have to survive 60 seconds without taking damage, and then you get the force. So that's a little bit different. In the Atari version, it was 2 minutes. Didn't matter if you got damaged or not. And then this is cool. Stage cleared. You get to see a rebel transport escape. Stage 2, approaching thunder. So first scene with the AT-ATs, and just 2 of them. Yeah, you can see those missiles bend trying to get you. Now, there's another cool effects, like if you shoot the head, you do more damage. Ooh, so close. And the controls are a little bit slower. I don't think it's a bad thing. The Atari 2600 version, you could go careening off at any moment. Whereas this one, you have to kind of plan it out a little bit better. Ooh. And those missiles are really hard to dodge. For some reason, I'm making it look pretty easy in this run, but normally I have a really hard time with it. The strategy of damaging the lead walker is still viable, although when there's only 2 walkers on stage 2, I'm not sure what the point of it is. Alright, come on. Be nice to get the force so I can show you that. It's going to be harder to do in the later levels when they have the smart bombs, but... Actually, not smart bombs, but you'll see shortly. I think they start in level 3. Yeah, it's all about finding that groove. Shoot him 2 times in the face, dodge the missile. Shoot him a couple times in the face. There's a different sound too when you hit the head versus hitting the body. So kind of weird that I have not had the force. I thought it was just 60 seconds, but... Alright, stage 3, a swift attack. We're back to ATSTs. The new variation is that they have the smart bombs, but they're not the smart bombs, they're actually the probe droids, which is pretty cool. But they pretty well act the same way. Ouch. And they do a lot of damage. So they're actually the biggest threat, in my opinion. I think I just drove right into that missile. ATSTs are a smaller target, but they take fewer hits to destroy. Probably go faster too, not sure. I got that one. Ooh. You actually get your health bar replenished after each level if you survive, which is pretty cool too. Oh, these guys are the worst. Alright, but they do blow up after a while, so I just have to tough them out. And then another one comes almost immediately. Yeah, and you have to have pretty good aim for these little guys. Alright, I actually shot that probe droid down. Oh, that hurt. One thing that does annoy me a little bit is the camera doesn't kind of turn fast enough, so I can't, when I turn around I can't see what I'm shooting at as quickly. That might have been intentional, because, you know, in a real combat situation, if you were turning around, you would have a hard time aiming right away. Ow. Okay, I lost my first life. You actually respawn where you die in this game, which is kind of nice. Although it makes sense in the other game. Gosh, those droids do a ton of damage. They do more damage than the missiles. It makes sense in the other game that you're respawning at the base, because, you know, Snowspeeder's destroyed, you send out another one. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Ow. Alright, beat stage 3. Lost 1 life, so I should get my health bar back. Another cool thing, I'm not sure if we'll see it, probably, but when the walkers do get to your base, you actually can see them attacking and shooting at the base, which is cool. Stage 4, attack from the mist. Okay. Trying to get the groove. Oh yeah. Oh, man, I was going after them. Oh yeah, and those, they call those droid hatches. So similar to the other game, the droids do come out of those hatches that open. Ow, jeez. These droids are the worst. Ow, taking hits. Alright, got the droid hatch. Oh man, I'm not doing very well. You really got to get into a groove. Like, shoot. 2 times, duck under the missile. Oof. Your timing gets off and you're just dead. I hate those probe droids so much. It's cool though, like, there's no smart bombs in Star Wars like that. At least not in the original trilogy. So I like how they did kind of reskin it as the probe droids just coming out and blowing up. And we have established that they are explosive. Oh jeez, they're faster than me too. Alright, got that one. They are the worst, though. They are almost impossible to dodge. All in all, I think this is a really good rendition of the game. Wonderful homage to the Atari 2600. I think my only and smallest complaint is just the camera. Just funny. Not even sure that most Commodore 64 games had like a camera like that. Try to remember. I think we had a lot of like fixed screen stuff. So the fact that they got the Commodore 64 to do this in the first place is amazing. And yet, if I didn't mention yet, the parallax scrolling is amazing. Oh wait. Gosh, I hate these guys. My most common cause of death is either directly a droid or dodging a droid and getting hit by the missile instead. Come on, if I can destroy this without getting hit one more time. No, get away, get away, get away. I hate these guys so much. And there's a new one. Oh, that's funny. The one stray shot killed the AT-AT and I was just running away from the droid the whole time. I should refill my life bar. Stage 5, The Empire Strikes Hard. Alright, and we're back to ATSTs. I don't know if there's anything different other than just more enemies. Once you hit stage 3, it's where the probe droids get introduced. Ouch. I think after that, it's just faster enemies, more enemies, tougher enemies. Probe droids are the worst. The other thing too is the not getting damaged to get the force. It's really hard. You saw me, the first 2 levels, I don't even think I took damage, and I still didn't get the force. And that is something I missed from the Atari 2600 version, is just staying in the game a certain amount of time. You get the force, and it, it's just a good feeling when you're like, oh, I've been fighting like crazy, and then I finally get to kind of rest for a moment and just go nuts on the enemy. Oh, geez. Yeah, probe droids are the worst. Ah, jeez. Like I said, dodging the droids is what gets you killed. Ah, jeez. I hate those droids so much. I'm apparently not playing very well today. As soon as I turn around, that droid's gonna get me. Yep, I called it. I called it. Oh, and this game over. Oh yeah, so this game's tough. I did get to level 7 one time. I feel like if I went ahead and used save state, which I don't usually do when I'm shooting a video, because I think it's kind of boring to just watch somebody save scum or whatever you want to call it. I feel like if I use save state, I could beat this game. But it's tough, and so I think it's a good difficulty level. But yeah, I'm impressed. I had previously had no interest in doing any sort of new Commodore 64 games. To me, Commodore 64 is about nostalgia. It's about remembering my childhood. But games like this make me realize that I should actually check out some of these new games that people are developing. Some other ones that got my interest, like I guess somebody went back and reverse engineered the Bruce Lee Commodore 64 game and then made like a sequel. This has definitely got my interest. This is some really cool stuff. Good work, you guys at Megastyle. I'm looking forward to trying out some more sometime.